for life.
What is going on, Brotherhood? Welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be doing my full WWE figure belt collection, kind of an updated one. I actually did this video about a year ago on my channel. I believe it was in November, so just around 11 months ago. I thought it'd be fun to do an update video on this. I've got a lot more belts now, and that video was kind of my first real big video that got a lot of views. I think it got around 13,000, I want to say. If you guys do want to check that out, maybe I'll leave it in the end card. I don't know. It's kind of cringy. I sound really squeaky compared to right now. I don't know. But anyways, we got a big belt bag here full of figure belts. I know it looks kind of small, but it's because it's a very large bag. So I keep all my belts in a bag. I just find it easier than a bin for finding them, so I just keep them there. Very easy to dig them all out, so we'll start taking them out and looking at them, talking about the belts a little bit, just like we did last time. This video is very much inspired by Burnout Inc. He was the first guy who really I saw do this. I know MDT recently did it, and I'm sure a lot of people have ever since those two really did good on it. But anyways, let's get right into this video. The first belt we've got here is the WWE Universal Championship. I got this with the SummerSlam Finn Balor. It's a nice looking belt in figure form, very accurate, but I'm not a big fan in real life, to be honest. But it's nice to have it in figure form. And actually this time I will be including Jack's belts as well. So this one is actually not a WWE belt. This is a Wrestling Superstore one. They make some generic belts that are sort of Jack style. I had planned on using these for my pick fed, but they look really, really big on Mattel figures, but I do have a couple of them. So this is a Tag Team Championship, kind of a generic looking design. So we do have that. I've got another one in here somewhere. But up next we do have the Attitude Era Winged Eagle Championship. Really nice looking belt. I like this belt a lot. Very nice. Up next, we've got another one. I do have two of this belt. I believe one came with Vince McMahon and one came with the Defining Moments Stone Cold Steve Austin. Here we do have the plated version of the current WWE Championship. I have a plated and non-plated version, which you will see later. This one, where did I get him? Oh my goodness. I honestly don't even remember. That belt has been released a lot recently. I got it, oh yes, Elite 52 Seth Rollins. That came with the Elite 52 Seth Rollins. So that's a really nice looking belt in figure form. Up next we do have another one of those Wrestling Superstore belts, and that is the Cruiserweight Championship. I do like this design a lot. If it wasn't so big, I'd honestly use it on my show, but for UWF, but I'm probably going to end up using the Mattel version of the older Cruiserweight Championship. Here we do have another one of those Wrestling Superstore belts. This is the Internet Championship. It's a pretty nice looking belt as well. Here we do have a Jack's belt. This is actually a WWE one. This is the Undisputed Championship. Very nice looking belt. I'm pretty sure nope, never mind. I thought the buckle was broken on that one, but it must be another one. Up next we do have the Winged Eagle, the original version. So there you can see the Winged Eagle. I've got, I think, 3 of these in my collection. One came with Ultimate Warrior, I believe. And the other ones, I just cannot remember, honestly. I've got so many figures in my collection. Up next, we got the European Championship. I did get this with the Lost Legends Shawn Michaels. This is a really nice looking belt, to be honest. Really do like that belt a lot. Here we do have the NXT Championship. This, of course, is not the current look anymore, but this is a very nice looking belt. I really do like the thicker strap design, and the stitch work on the strap is very, very nice. Got this with Kevin Owens. Very, very nice. Up next, we've got our first basic belt, and that's the basic version of the shiny Winged Eagle belt that we've already seen. Really not a big fan of basic belts, honestly. I don't really know why I have them, just for custom belts and stuff like that. Here we do have the NXT Women's Championship. This, of course, has only been released once so far with the Elite Page. And it's a pretty nice looking belt. It's a little bit big in figure form. I think it should have been a bit smaller. Here we do have one of the Copper Bronze Tag Team Championships. I believe I got this with a Stardust Elite. So yeah, the bronze penny belts. I'm not a big fan of this color scheme. I don't really use that belt at all. Up next, we do have the White Intercontinental Championship. One of my favorite belt designs there is. I just love this belt. This came with the Elite Series 39, I believe, Dolph Ziggler. I also do have another one, and this one is badly busted up. I actually got it from Mattel, and it had a plate upside down, so I ended up cutting into it and fixing that, and it's just very worn down compared to the other one. It's got the old logos. So this one really doesn't get a whole lot of use. It kind of just sits there in the bag all the time. Up next, we do have one of the SmackDown Tag Team Championship belts. Recently got these with Slater and Rhino. Pretty nice looking belt, actually. Up next, we do have another Jax belt, and this is the Oval Intercontinental Championship. I've got quite a few Jax belts, as well as Mattel belts. This is another Winged Eagle belt. I believe this is the last one. I've got 2 shiny ones and 1 flat one. Up next, we've got the Mattel version of the Cruiserweight Championship, and I think this one might be just a little bit small. It's pretty hard to fit on most figures. I actually got this in a trade. I haven't bought any figure that's come with this belt. I got it in a trade with a friend of mine. Up next, we have the Jax $1 Million Championship, of course, for Ted DiBiase. Very nice looking belt. Here we've got the US Spinner belt from that John Cena TRU exclusive. Pretty cool. It actually does spin as well, which is a nice feature. Really do like that belt. It's a pretty nice looking one. I just realized I have it upside down. Trying to get some good focusing here. Here we have the painted version of the WWE Championship. Like I said, there's the plated version and the painted version. I believe the plated version, there it is. So you can big time tell the difference. This is way better than this cheap ass Mattel. But yeah, so we got the painted version and the plated version of the WWE Championship. And here we have my favorite belt design of all time, obviously the Divas Championship. I'm joking, I honestly can't stand this belt. The butterfly design is so stupid. This belt's pretty small as well. I believe I got this with Paige as well. And then I also do have a basic version of that belt. This one's very oversized. Pretty sure this came in a battle pack with like the Bella twins or something. Really don't care. That's probably my least favorite belt in my collection. Here we have a spinner belt. Shiny one, really nice belt. In figure form, not a big fan of it in real life. That also came with that John Cena TRU exclusive. Up next here we do have another one of those Wrestling Superstore belts. This is the Intercontinental Championship. I think we still have a few Jax belts left. Here we do have another Jax belt, and this is one of the World Tag Team Championships. Or maybe it's just Tag Team Championships. I honestly don't know. Don't know the difference, really. I wasn't really watching that much at the time. Here we have another Wrestling Superstore one. This is the World Heavyweight Championship. Just a very generic looking design. And here we have the other Tag Team Championship for Wrestling Superstore belts. Here we have the other SmackDown Live Blue and Silver SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Really do like these belts. And we do have the other copper penny belt. I really don't like this one, like I said earlier. It actually looks pretty good with the right lighting. It looks kind of goldish, but of course in real life, it looks pretty stupid. Here's one that I just recently got, and I really do dig this belt, the United States Championship. I'm not actually American, but this belt looks really, really nice. I dig it a lot. I got this recently with the Elite 51 Roman Reigns. Very glad to have that in my collection. Here we do have another Jax World Tag Team Championship. I think actually, I was drawing on this, trying to practice, seeing what would work for custom belts. This thing is destroyed. It's got a broken buckle too, so this thing is honestly really no use to me. It's just paint practice, to be honest. Here we do have one of my favorite belts of all time, the World Heavyweight Championship. This one's a bit worn down. You can see some silver on the top there. I've had this belt for a really long time, but I do really like it. Up next, we've got the Smoking Skull Championship. Of course, with the DM Stone Cold Steve Austin. Nice looking figure. Nice looking belt. Up next, we got another flat belt. This is the flat version of the US title. So we did have the plated version, and you can tell it looks so much nicer with the colors. This belt looks like trash. We do have one more belt left, and coincidentally, it is my one custom belt. And this is the UWF World Heavyweight Championship for my pick fed on the SmackDown brand. And this is basically just a combination between the World Heavyweight Championship and a SmackDown Tag Team belt. I just had some blue paint, and I had one of these flat belts, so it was basically like this, but without any color, kind of like how these ones are. So I painted the plates with some silver chrome spray paint, the same stuff I use on my steel steps. And then I had some blue paint, and I did the strap up, and I liked it, so I used it on my pick fed. Really do like this belt. And that is all of my WWE figure belts all in the ring there. Maybe I'll do this video again in a year if you guys really want it. Hit that like button if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new, turn on notifications so you never miss an upload, and I will see you guys in my next video. Burn it down!